So we know the story. We know why it's just them. We know about the 9 years of silence. The public war. The tragic event that forced a truce. We know this reunion between Zayn and Louis was born from a place of unimaginable grief and a quiet, hard-won forgiveness. We finally have the one thing we've been waiting for. But now, we have to ask the real question. What happens when you take the most fragile, traumatized, and volatile relationship in pop culture and hand it over to Netflix? This isn't a story about healing anymore. This is a story about risk. This documentary is not a celebration. It's a high-stakes psychological gamble. Because what if this reunion isn't a reunion at all? What if it's an autopsy? On camera, Zayn and Louis are risking the one thing they just got back. And by putting their trauma on a streaming service, they are walking straight into a trap. This isn't just about their past. It's about whether they'll have a future after the whole world is done watching. Chapter 1. The Scar Tissue. Let's be perfectly clear about what this friendship is. It is not a decade-long brotherhood. It is 9 years of a deep infected wound, covered by, at most, 1 year of fragile scar tissue. This isn't a bond that's been tested by time. It's a bond that was shattered by time, and only just glued back together. We all know the history. The 2015 Twitter war. The X Factor no-show. The years of Louis's raw, public pain and Zayn's complete, isolating silence. Their recent reconciliation, the concert, the quiet support, is the definition of fragile. It was built in private. Away from the noise. Away from the analysts, the shippers, the haters. It was built on the shared, sacred ground of grief. And now, they are inviting the noise right back in. This is the core of the problem. A road trip sounds intimate. Just two guys, a car, an open road. But that's an illusion. The car is also packed with producers, cameras, sound engineers, and a director, Nicola Marsh. This isn't a confession booth. It's a set. And on that set, they aren't just Zayn and Louis. They are characters in a narrative. A narrative that requires conflict to be compelling. They are taking this fragile, newfound piece and putting it under the most intense pressure imaginable. And the machine they've partnered with, it's not in the business of healing. It's in the business of content. Chapter 2. The Netflix Machine. You have to understand Netflix's business model. In 2026, the currency of streaming is not comedy. It's not action. It's vulnerability. It's trauma. The celebrity trauma doc is a billion-dollar industry. Look at Beckham. Pamela, a love story. Child star. The formula is brilliant, and it is ruthless. You find a public figure who has been misunderstood. You offer them a platform, a safe space, to finally tell their side of the story. You let them be an executive producer. You give them the illusion of control. And in exchange, you get the content. You get the tears. The confession. The soundbite that goes viral. Netflix isn't paying millions for a lot of laughter, as the press release says. They are paying for the confrontation. They are paying to see the two most broken pieces of One Direction finally discuss the wound. This director, Nicola Marsh, is a specialist. She is an expert at navigating the wreckage of child stardom and trauma. Her job is to get them to that place. To ask the questions that we want answered. Zayn, why didn't you show up for Louis when his mother died? Louis, can you really forgive him for that? These are not conversations for a new friendship. These are conversations that can end a new friendship. And that is the vicious trap. To make the documentary good, they have to be raw. They have to be unfiltered. They have to pick at the scar tissue. But if they pick at it too much, the wound reopens. And this time, it won't just be a 2015 Twitter spat. It will be a global 4K, high-definition implosion, broadcast to 200 million subscribers. It will be permanent. So, knowing this, knowing the risk, why on earth would they do it? If this kind of behind-the-scenes, psychological analysis resonates with you, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button right now. We dive deep into the emotional heart of celebrity stories, and your support keeps this channel running and allows us to keep analyzing the truth behind the headlines. Chapter 3. The Two Gamblers. This is where the story gets human. Because Zayn and Louis are not victims here. They are gamblers. And they are both at the table for two very different, very personal reasons. First, you have Louis. Louis Tomlinson's entire solo career has been an exercise in radical honesty. He has processed his grief, his anger, his identity, through his music and his fans. He has never hidden from his pain. For Louis, this documentary isn't a risk. It's control. For 10 years, his story has been told for him. By tabloids. By insiders. By the silence of his own bandmates. This is his chance to grab the microphone. To sit across from the one person at the center of his deepest public wound. And own the narrative. He is not afraid of the hard questions. He's been living them. For Louis, this is the final word. It's the closing of a chapter, on his terms. It's a massive gamble, but it's one that fits his character perfectly. And then, you have Zayn. Zayn is the opposite. His entire story is about escaping. Escaping the band. Escaping the fame. Escaping the noise. His defining feature is his anxiety. His silence. His mystery. He's spent 9 years building walls to protect himself. So why is he, of all people, agreeing to tear them down with a Netflix crew? Because this is his only safe way back. Zayn knows he can't just re-enter the world. He can't just drop an album and do a press tour. The anxiety is too big. The questions are too many. He needs a reintroduction. But he can't do it alone. He needs an anchor. And in this, Louis is his anchor. Louis is the one person on earth who understands the specific, bizarre, crushing weight of One Direction. He's the one person who also lived through the exact same public feud. This road trip gives Zayn a controlled environment. He doesn't have to face a dozen journalists. He just has to face one person. A person who has already, in private, forgiven him. For Zayn, this isn't a performance. It's a shielded, curated re-entry. It's still the most terrifying thing he's ever done. But it's the only way he can do it. So you have two men. One seeking control. The other seeking cover. Both are gambling their newfound friendship, believing this documentary will be the thing that cements it. But they are forgetting one crucial thing. They are making a TV show. And a TV show needs an ending. And that ending can go one of two ways. Chapter 4, the final cut, salvation or suicide. This entire project, this entire friendship, now rests in the hands of an editor. After the car is parked, after the road trip is over, Louis and Zayn will go home. And someone else, in a dark room, will watch hundreds of hours of footage. They will watch the long, awkward silences, the private jokes, the moments of anger, the moments of breakthrough. And they will choose the story. This is the part no one is talking about. The reality of this road trip doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the edit. And there are two possible edits. Two futures. Future 1, the edit is a lie. The first edit is the one Netflix needs. The one that drives clicks. The editor finds the one moment of tension. The one flash of the old 2015 anger. The one unresolved argument. And they build the entire series around it. They will create a narrative of a failed reunion. They will use their shared grief over Liam as a ticking clock that just isn't enough to save them. The final cut will portray a relationship that is still broken. And when that airs, it's all over. The public will see it as fact. The trust between Zayn and Louis will be shattered. Because one will blame the other for what he said on camera. Their private healing will be undone by a public execution. It won't just be a bad documentary. It will be the end of their friendship. Forever. This is the ultimate risk. Future 2, the edit is the truth. But there is another way. What if the director, the producers, and the editor choose to tell the real story? What if they honor the fragility of it all? What if they don't focus on the 2015 fight, but on the 2025 forgiveness? What if the story isn't about the trauma, but about two men, two fathers, realizing that their bond is more important than their pride? What if they show the awkward silences, not as tension, but as two men who were once boys, finally learning to breathe in the same room again? If that is the story they tell, it doesn't just heal them. It heals the entire legacy. It proves that the brotherhood was real. That the love was real. It's the ultimate validation. It's the final beautiful and most important chapter of the One Direction story. It gives their children a new narrative, not one of a broken band, but of a repaired brotherhood. It's not just a reunion. It's a redemption. The final reveal. In the end, this documentary is a loaded gun. And Zayn and Louis have willingly placed it in their own hands, pointed at their own fragile rebuilt friendship. They have both pulled the trigger. And we, all of us, are just waiting to see what fires. Is it a blank? A sign of a new beginning? A story of hope? Or is it the one final bullet that ends this story for good? This isn't a simple reunion. It's not a cash grab. It's the most dangerous and most honest thing either of them has ever done. It's a high-wire act over a canyon of trauma. And the only question is, will they make it to the other side? This analysis is meant to show the story behind the headlines. It's what we do here at MyMusing, emotional storytelling and deep dives. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think this documentary is a genuine act of healing? Or is it the most calculated high-risk performance of their entire careers? Let me know your theory in the comments below. If you found this breakdown insightful, please subscribe to the channel for more stories just like this. And if you have a friend who is waiting for this documentary, share this video with them. It helps more than you know. Thanks for watching.